Hello. Should you check and make sure it's working?
I will.
Welcome to the living room. I didn't realize you put the rabbits back there until just now. How is everybody?
I'm good.
Max is good. She's fine. Gonna make sure we have sound and all that good stuff, and then we'll get started. Did it show up yet?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have any people, or am I talking to myself?
What?
Am I talking to myself, or do we have people yet?
We have 25 people.
Hey! All right!
You have TKB.
Yay!
Tim Camera Black.
Tim! Hello! I think your brother's in today's show, so get excited. Well, welcome, everyone. I'm Maria Castley. I'm the Chief Archivist and Tourist Manager at City Museum. This is Musings with Stephanie and Maria. Today is a From the Archives Friday. We're gonna take a look through some photos that we've been scanning. We spent today scanning. They are from Tim, who's watching. Tim's mom was kind enough to send us the photo album. Max is trying to make me look normal.
Mm-hmm.
That works. I want to point out the rabbits. I'm just super excited about those because I didn't realize he put them there until like right when we started. Okay.
Eddie! Eddie's there too.
Hey! Yay! Hi! Well, good. Yeah, exciting. So these are really early photos of the museum, right before we open, right after we open, about a month after. We do have more of them, but we're going to save those for a different episode. Audra's ready to get started. So, yeah, let's see what we got going on today. Perfect. All right. This is one of the first banners that the museum had. It was around right when it opened.
Mm-hmm. That was the opening.
This was the opening promotional images and banners that they had around the City Museum. You can see that this one's right in front of the museum because you can see the international building in the background. Stephanie, my co-host, friend and colleague, also kept, I think, one of these posters, I believe, as well. So I'm gonna have to get that from her and scan it. This is the very front of the museum. You can see this is before Monstro was built. It's also before the mantis. The praying mantis that's on the rooftop was originally before it was on the rooftop, it was on that awning in front there. And then it got moved up a few years later. This is a view during construction from the third floor. This is really early on. This is a similar view a little bit later. You can see that they were able to get they had painted all of the conveyor belt rollers. For those who don't know, the conveyor belt rollers were original to the building. They were part of the shipping building for International Shoe. So those came with the building and they ended up using them as the stairway balusters. This is looking down on the second floor, looking down towards the first. You can see, I think we identified that as a Bob Castley on the on the stairwell there. This is a view from the other side onto the third floor, looking down in the grand staircase. Ricky, who's still with us at the museum, he's in the middle there on the stairwell. This is looking down onto the first floor. From the mezzanine, you can see more of those conveyor belt rollers. This is before they built the bird's nest with the sticks that are in front. This is before all of the mosaics that ended up expanding out onto the first floor. But the whale was done. The whale was one of the first big sculptures, large-scale sculptures inside that was completed. It's a view to the left of the whale. This is also before they opened. You can see that the on the left there, you can see those sticks from the earlier photo they were used to build that nest that you can climb up into. This is, if I'm sure some of you are familiar with the puking pig. This is about a month after we opened. This is that the water back behind the caves. You can't get that close to the water anymore, which is probably wise.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, they were still figuring out some stuff. Tim knows this guy. This is on the first floor, right at the beginning. This is where the treehouse stage was, or is, I guess now. This is before all the. You can see the mosaics had started on the pillars, but they hadn't spread to the floors yet. Ooh, dogs. This is on the first floor, also. Sorry about my dogs. Yeah, they started with murals on some of the pillars before they switched over, before they covered them with mosaics. You can also get a better view. You can't usually see it right now when you go in. View of the Discovery Zone tunnels that are on the ceiling. Those are now covered with strips of fiberglass, like fiberglass fabric. I'm saying that correctly. Forgive me if I'm not. That strips that hang from the ceiling, so that kind of blocks that view. But you can still climb through those tunnels. There we go. This is a little bit earlier from that one shot that we saw before as they were installing the Missouri Stream. So this is on the first floor. It looks a whole lot different now. And this is actually, I don't know what floor this is.
It's Samson's mortal enemy.
Samson's mortal enemy, the what?
The trash truck.
Oh, good. Which floor is this?
That's the third floor, I think.
Third floor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the part that's like right next to the circus, maybe?
Yeah, so this is, so they would take,
nondescript.
yeah, they would take pieces of buildings that were going to be torn down and go and salvage what they could, or what they thought that they could use, and sometimes things that they didn't know what they had a use for yet, and then they would lay them back out in a way that was useful to them, and then incorporate those architectural elements into the museum. Which floor is this next?
That's definitely the third floor.
Third floor?
Yeah, that's the old office.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so these are offices in the background.
Yeah, that's...
This is before... This is when we had a little bit more space than we have now, I feel like, on the floors.
Yes.
This looks like it's 98, so it would be about a year and a couple months after we opened. And this is the beginning of the tiny train on the third floor. And then now behind that big window, that's where you can go in and see the organ pipes on the third floor. So this is about a month after we opened.
No, the organ was there.
It was there already?
No.
What?
You fell for it.
He's just lying to me.
No.
So this is on the third floor.
I saw that up on 10 or 7.
Oh, the street signs. Do we have that still?
Yeah, somewhere.
I'm gonna go grab that. That's awesome. So this is the third floor. So if you were looking straight into, it looks like that's what Skateless Park is now, and that's where we'd be looking right into the. Yeah, we'd be looking right into where the giant pencil is. But as of November 28th, 1997, that was actually you can see in the windows a dinosaur exhibit.
That answers are no. That is the circus window.
The circus window's on the right.
Look
there. I know.
So the stuff sitting on the floor in the other room.
Ooh.
Hey, go back.
Go back where?
Go back.
Uh-oh.
Keep going. Keep going. There you go.
So this is the third floor.
It's the circuit window.
Okay.
It's now where you would get some.
Oh, I see. All right. We're putting this together.
It's a really slow Friday for us here.
Yeah.
Or one of us.
Can you tell we've been scanning things all day? So speaking of the dinosaur exhibit, here is them installing. So the dinosaur exhibit was there when we very first opened. Mm-hmm. So and Max thinks it was there about 6 months.
Yeah.
And Dean Pruitt was the one, right? Uh-huh. Who organized that exhibition. And then this, Max's grandfather, Bob Cassidy Sr.
The senior.
Yeah, the senior was kind enough to write on the back of some of these photos. So this was he's got, I'm going to read a little bit off the back of some of these when it's relevant. These are some of the murals from the dinosaur exhibit. It's another one. So this would have been in where Skateless Park and the Giant Pencil are now. So this just is a mural painted by an artist Bob hired, which isn't which is good, but I'm not sure who they are. So if anybody remembers, please leave it in the comments.
It looks like it might be Shannon.
Yeah. So here's another install photo. This is and all the dinosaur bones came from Russia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're part of a Russian
collection. It was part of they were all part of a Russian collection that ended up. Oh. I'm finding out all sorts of stuff about it right now. So these are part of a Russian collection, but a lot of them were found in Montana, apparently. So the two of the Russian crews started erection of the duck-billed dinosaur on second floor stairway. That's it after it was installed. This looks like it's right as you walk in. So this would have been right in the main lobby when you come in. You had the Tyrannosaurus that greeted you. This is when they were further along with the installation on the third floor in the Skateless Park. These are pictures of the final installation. So yeah, these photos were taken about a month after we opened. It's a better view of the Tyrannosaurus on the first floor. And then these, so yeah, this is on the third floor, and you can see in those boxes the actual installation hadn't been completed yet. Those house the white voids in the middle of the floor there. Those would house smaller pieces, smaller than
23 years ago?
23 years ago? Jeez. Jeez. Another installation view. I think that might be our last one. You want to say anything?
Oh, I'm okay.
What?
Don't want to say anything?
No. Are there any questions?
No, there's...
We'll come back to me.
Yeah.
Are we delayed? We might cut back to the photo if we're in this time portal here.
We're good.
All right. Well, cool. I'll grab my co-host for today. And we'll see you guys next week.
Are you okay? What is she doing?
She's not thrilled about
The fan.
about the under outside.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, she's not a fan. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have a great weekend. We will see you all soon. We should have some more photos for a future episode. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Have a good weekend.
Bye.